There's nowhere to run now, little man.
Hello.
We are already into the second decade of the 21st century, yet some of us are stuck in the 90s, at least when it comes to Christmas movies. There's good reason why, as it was the 90s that introduced us to immortal Christmas legends like Jack Skellington and Kevin McAllister.
Kevin's not here. What?
Welcome to our Christmas video for today. If you're looking for a great classic movie for your family this holiday season, well, this video is definitely for you, as we will review and rank the top 10 Christmas movies of the 1990s.
All a good night. When I wake up, I'm getting a CAT scan.
Number 10, Jack Frost. Jack Frost was a 1998 movie starring Michael Keaton as Jack Frost and Joseph Cross as his son Charlie. Jack was an aspiring musician who, while spending time on the road, couldn't spend a lot of time with his wife and son. On Christmas Day, he tragically died in a car accident. The story didn't end there. Dealing with depression, Charlie was mournfully playing his father's harmonica on the one-year anniversary after his death on Christmas Day. To his astonishment, Jack Frost came back to life as a snowman on the family lawn. Given a second chance, Charlie and Jack struggle to make up for lost time. Christmas stories always have a happy ending.
You look so great.
Number 9, All I Want for Christmas. Sounds familiar, right? Well, this 1991 movie is not about a love story between a couple, but family love. The family is the O'Fallon family with two siblings, Ethan and Hallie, their mother Catherine and their father Michael. The two siblings wish that their divorced mom would reunite with their dad on Christmas Day, but before that, they had to remove their mother's fiancé, Tony, from the picture. So, they lock him up on an ice cream truck that's on the way to New Jersey and have their mom believe that she's been stood up. But all plans are not quite as easy as they seem. Thanks to some magic from Santa, all things work out for them as they get what they want for their Christmas. That's their mother and father reunited. Number 8. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Released in 1999, this Walt Disney classic had just made the cut. The awarded Best Animated Feature Film included 3 heartwarming Christmas stories. In the first one, titled Donald Duck Stuck on Christmas, Donald Duck will remind us that Christmas is not just about gifts and presents. While the second one, titled A Very Goofy Christmas, is about Goofy the dog who struggles to make his son Max believe that Santa does exist. Eventually, Santa did prove to exist as he had given Max the gift he had asked for, and ultimately the same for Goofy, which was to make Max happy. The last feature, titled Mickey and Minnie's Gift of the Magi, is a romantic story of how Mickey and Minnie Mouse managed to give each other gifts despite being hard-pressed for money. Number 7. The Muppet Christmas Carol. Based off a 1843 Charles Dickens novella titled A Christmas Carol, the 1992 classic introduced us to one of the most unglamorous Christmas antagonists of all time, Mr. Scrooge.
There he is, Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge.
The self-serving Mr. Scrooge exploits his Muppet employees and does not care for holiday happiness and Christmas spirit. Eventually, all of that changes, and at the end of the story, you will see that it's possible for any incredulous person to believe in Christmas. Number 6. Miracle on 34th Street. This remake of the eponymous 1947 classic is a story of a 6-year-old girl, Susan, who is skeptical about Santa's existence, and her 3 wishes for Santa must come true for her to believe in him.
What's your name?
Susan Elizabeth Walker. What's yours?
Mine.
Her mother, Susan, hired an old man with the curious name of Kris Kringle to be Santa himself as a replacement to the drunk Santa named Tony. But Kris was arrested after being set up by Tony. Susan and their lawyers set out to defend Kris against persecution. Their claim was that Kris Kringle was the real Santa. Will Santa go to jail? Will Susan's wishes still come true on Christmas Day? Spoiler alert, there is going to be a miracle on 34th Street.
Would it please the court if I gave you your Christmas card?
Number 5. Jingle All the Way. Guess who? It's Arnold Schwarzenegger as a workaholic father named Mr. Howard Langston, starring in a 1996 film that is directed by Brian Levant. Mr. Howard made a promise to his son to give him the hottest toy of the season on Christmas, the Turbo Man.
Look, it's Turbo Man!
However, that particular toy was sold out in stores everywhere, and things get rough on his quest to find one before Christmas Day. If you are the father, what will you do? Number 4. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, 1992. I guess this movie is familiar to you. It's the snarky Kevin McAllister, and this time, he's not home alone.
Where's Kevin?
14.
Instead, he loses track of his father at the airport, and mistakenly, he boards a flight headed to New York rather than Florida. Being alone in the Big Apple, Kevin again encounters the pesky bandits Harry and Marv. This time, they scheme to rob an elderly man's store. Kevin makes a funny surprise trap for them once again, just like the first time around. Number 3. The Santa Claus. What if on Christmas Eve you accidentally killed Santa and found his dead body in your house?
Hey, you! What's that?
Well, that is what happened to Mr. Scott, who replaced Santa and was taken by the reindeers to the North Pole. If it happens to you, will you accept all Santa's duties and responsibilities?
What if I don't want to do this? Don't even kid about a thing like that.
Scott thought it was a dream, but it turned out to be reality. The movie was released in 1994, starring Tim Allen as Mr. Scott Calvin.
What?
I want some ballet slippers.
Number 2. The Nightmare Before Christmas. If you want to watch a legendary animated Christmas film, this one's for you. Released by Walt Disney in 1993 and based on a poem written by Tim Burton, the film has got a 95% tomato meter and 91% audience rating in Rotten Tomatoes. So here's why. What if the king of Halloween Town accidentally went to a Christmas town? Jack Skellington planned to bring Christmas Town under his control and even kidnapped Santa while at it. So how can a Christmas town celebrate Christmas this year when their ruler is the Halloween King? If you don't know, you should watch because the movie is considered a stunningly original and paramount work of slow motion animation. Number 1. Home Alone. Released in 1990, the movie is the highest grossing Christmas film of the 20th century and one of the most popular movies worldwide. The movie is directed by Chris Columbus and stars Macaulay Culkin as Kevin with the bandits Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern as Harry and Marv respectively. We all know what happens. Kevin is home alone and must defend his home while the bandits attempt to break in and steal stuff. Being alone and with his brainy ideas, he sets up traps against the robbers.
This is my house. I have to defend it.
More importantly, he brought good humor to viewers around the world during the holiday seasons of the past and will continue to do so in the future. This timeless classic will live on forever.
Yes.
So that's it for now. This holiday you should get your 90s throwback on, pick out some classic Christmas movies, and watch them with your family. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button, or if you have any reactions and suggestions for our next topic, don't hesitate to write it down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful holiday.